Hello and welcome to the brand new Ford Fiesta. Now I actually drove a Fiesta earlier this year, and although it was a quick drive I was very impressed, but this time I've lived with one for a whole week. So has my opinion changed? Well, let's find out. When I first saw pictures of the new Fiesta, I wasn't too sure of its looks. I then saw a few in real life and again I wasn't too sure. However, this model is finished in the optional frozen white paintwork, and I have to say it does really suit the car, and I'm definitely starting to appreciate the look of the car a little bit more. Now the front end isn't a million miles away from its predecessor, so the grille is very familiar, but there are of course new headlights which are sleeker, more dynamic, and they've got chrome elements in them which are rather nice as well. Now this is the titanium model, which means that you get 16-inch alloys, front fog lamps, and an LED night signature on the rear lights, and you also get privacy glass at the rear as well. This model, however, does have the optional 17-inch alloys, and that will cost you an extra £350. The back of the new Fiesta is where most of the changes have been made. Long gone are the vertical fat taillights. Instead, you've got these horizontal ones, which at first I wasn't too sure on, but I actually quite like them now. The back of Fiesta is quite pert. It's got a nice little bottom to it. The inside of the new Fiesta is more refined, and thankfully it features fewer buttons than its predecessor. The dashboard has got a nice touch to it, but work your way down and you'll quickly find harder, scratchy materials. But on the whole, the cabin is a nice place to be. The Ford Fiesta starts from £12,715, and this will give you the Style model. That comes with automatic headlights, air conditioning, Bluetooth, DAB radio, front electric windows, and you'll also get lane keep assist. The C-Tech, however, is the next model up, and that will be the most popular. That gives you the chrome grille, 15-inch alloys, leather steering wheel, LED daytime running lights, front fog lamps with cornering function, and you'll also get the 6.5-inch infotainment system with the Ford Sync 3 system. This model, however, is for titanium, one of the mid-range models. It's priced from £16,145, and it gives you 16-inch alloys, a bigger infotainment system with navigation. You also get cruise control, auto high beam, automatic lights and wipers, dimming rear view mirror, climate control, which on a day like today is very much needed. I'm sweating buckets. And you also get traffic sign recognition. Oh, and you also get privacy glass. But if you want luxury, you can get the Vignale model, which gives a more premium upmarket finish with plenty of leather. That's priced from over £19,000. Now, this particular model, as I've mentioned, is for titanium, but it does have quite a few options. So you've got this panoramic roof, which is very nice. That'll cost you £600. Tell you what, let's open it up, because it is quite warm in here. It does take a few moments to open though. And on a day like today, it is very nice. I can feel that breeze hitting my forehead, which is a very nice relief to say the least. It's boiling in here. Anyway, you also get the frozen white paintwork. That's £250. You've got the seat adjustment and lumbar support for both the driver's seat and the passenger seat. That's £100. You've got the B&O Play sound system, which has 10 speakers and 360-degree sound, which is very nice. I have to say it's one of the best sound systems I've ever heard in a car. That's £300, and I think it's well worth it. You also get the auto park assistance, so the car will actually park itself, and you get front and rear parking sensors, and you also get a rear facing camera as well. That feature is £500. So the car, I almost forgot, you also get these 17-inch alloys. That's an optional extra. That will cost you £350. So the car I'm sat in is priced over £20,000, which isn't cheap, but like I say, those are options. You can either have them or you don't have to. It's your choice. Now, in regards to space and comfort, the Ford Fiesta is very much a car of two halves. In the front, I've got no complaints at all. Got plenty of headroom. Knee room's absolutely fine. The steering wheel adjusts for rake and reach. Even the base model has that, which is quite impressive. The seats are nice and comfortable. There's a fair amount of cup holders in here as well. Nice cubby hole here. Got storage in here as well. But I'm afraid the space in the back isn't so good. Now, as you can probably see, I'm quite cramped back here. Now, as always, the driver's seat has been altered for my 6'2" frame. Legroom is definitely on the tight side. My knees are rubbing on the back of the seat, and because of the panoramic roof, I've got less headroom as well. In the back of a normal Fiesta, my headroom is fine, but because of this panoramic roof, it does eat into the headroom, and yeah, my head is rubbing the roof. So taller passengers aren't likely to get that comfortable in the back, but for shorter adults and children, it should be absolutely fine. Open up the boot of a Fiesta and you will find 292 litres worth of space, which isn't class leading, but it's not exactly small either. But you can of course fold down the 60/40 rear seats to give you an increased capacity of 1,093 litres. So, the new Ford Fiesta, it comes with a good choice of engines that range from either 69 brake horsepower all the way through to 138 brake horsepower. Obviously, when the ST comes along, that'll be higher, but for the time being, that is the most power you can get. But I've got the 1 litre EcoBoost engine, turbocharged petrol, which produces 98 brake horsepower. It's made to a 6-speed automatic gearbox, which is okay, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, because it has got the automatic gearbox, it's not as fast as its manual sibling. So you will hit 62 miles per hour in 12.2 seconds, which, you know, is a little bit pedestrian in all honesty, and the top speed is 111 miles per hour. But yes, that automatic gearbox, let me get on the topic of that. Now, this will be a good example to show you what I mean. It's not bad, but it's easily caught out. So, open stretch of road, foot down. Come on! What are you doing? It's possessed. Now, okay, I must be honest. When you're driving in and around town, it's fine. You won't really notice it too much. But on the open road or on faster roads, you put your foot down, and it takes a few minutes to wake up. Then you can hear it. It's revving away because it's trying to think of what to do next. What do I do? It's not fantastic. Now, you can pop it into sport mode, which does improve the situation. So now, if I slow down a little bit, and foot down, there we go, it is more responsive. But you do have flappy paddles as well, so I've got paddles on the back of the steering wheel which I can use, and that does definitely improve the situation. So second gear, into third, and the changes, they're smooth, but they're not that quick in all honesty. So the automatic isn't truly awful, but I definitely think that it doesn't quite match the fun dynamic character of a Fiesta, and particularly the EcoBoost engine. So for me, I would definitely have the 6-speed manual gearbox. Plus, it's cheaper, it's faster, and you get more fuel economy. So unless you really want a Fiesta and you can only have an automatic, then by all means buy it. But for anyone else, you have to get the manual, especially as the manual has got a nice slick action to it. It is a very nice gearbox to use. Now, the Fiesta may have grown up inside, it's got less buttons, it feels a little bit more upmarket, but it's still fun to drive, still dynamic, and still pretty good fun in the corners as well. The steering has got a nice weight to it. This leather steering wheel is very nice to hold, it's nice and spongy, it's nice and squishy, and it's very pleasing to the touch. Right, on the brakes are good as well. Steering is pretty direct. Right, foot hard down. Come on, auto gearbox, come on, you can do it. Now, in regards to the ride, it's not too bad. It soaks up the bumps pretty well. Now, this car is riding on optional 17-inch alloys, and it does make the ride a little bit busier. Plus, if I just be quiet for a few moments, you'll hear that the tyre noise is quite audible. Like I say, it is quite audible. So, if you want my opinion, if you're going to buy a Fiesta, I would probably stick with a 16-inch wheels, in all honesty, because I think you'd have a better ride, plus it would be more refined. Right, let's try out this park assist thing in the bob. Right, so let's pop it on like so. Okay, yep. Okay, so. Oh, found a space. Okay, shift to reverse. No hands. Drive backwards slowly. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay. Whoa. God, it looks getting really close. Bloody hell. I was going to hit the car then. Prepare to stop. Shift to forward. Okay. Drive forward. Finished. There we go. Right. Let's see how close I got to the curb. Well, how close the car got itself to the curb. Oh, that's impressive. Okay. System works. That's very impressive. Mind you, the car is at a bit of an angle, but still, it's impressive nonetheless. So the new Fiesta is going to have a fair few rivals. I'm not going to name them all because I'm going to be here until the end of time, but its key rivals are going to be cars such as the Vauxhall Corsa, the new Seat Ibiza, and the Volkswagen Polo. It's new Polo coming as well. And in all honesty, I think the Seat Ibiza might be its strongest competition. I drove the Ibiza earlier this year, and I must say I was very, very impressed by it. So I think the Fiesta could definitely have a fight on its hands, but I still think the Fiesta will continue to be the nation's best-selling car, so I don't think Ford has anything to properly worry about, but it could be close. So in regards to fuel economy, with the automatic gearbox, you will pay a penalty in regards to economy. So you're looking at 54.3 miles to the gallon on a combined run, but if you chose the 6-speed manual gearbox, you would be getting 65.7 miles to the gallon. So that's another reason to have the manual gearbox. Plus, the manual offers less CO2. You're looking at 97 grams per kilometre of emissions, as opposed to the 118 grams that this emits. In my experience, on a combined run, I was able to get anywhere between low 40s and mid 40s, which isn't bad, but like I say, if you select the manual, then you will get better economy. But if you're looking for more economy, then look no further than the 1.5 litre diesel that produces 84 horsepower. On a combined run, that will offer you a stonking 88 miles to the gallon, well, just over 88 miles to the gallon in fact. And in regards to CO2 emissions, you're looking at 82 grams per kilometre, which is going to be very handy if you plan to use it as a company car or if you're a driving instructor. So, the new Ford Fiesta. Now, it could have been easy for Ford to be complacent with this model, but what the brand has done is taken what was successful with the last model and improved on it. Okay, the car still isn't perfect, there could be more space in the back and the boot isn't class leading, but the overall package is very good. I can see no reason why this model can't continue to be a bestseller. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more car obsession.